and say, what's up, Hippo lovers? Norway against Russia in the quarterfinals, best of 5. Whoever takes 3 wins is through. Strong civilizations here for the Norwegians. Let's jump into the action. We will see the host, TheViper, in the green trunks, playing the horsey civilizations. It is Franks for him. We will have MbL with Mayans over here, weirdly dropping some food there. And on the other side, we have Mr.Dark playing Ethiopians in the red trunks. Vinchester will be responsible for the horses, has to play Chinese. Maybe mistake there, not drafting enough of the horse civilizations. Although we, as I mentioned before, still have an option of Berbers, Magyar, and Indians. Apparently different plans for those. So I'm a bit surprised. This is the moment where I ask you for predictions. Left-hand side, Norway. Right-hand side, Russia. I will go with a 3-0 prediction. Already starting to lame here is Mr. MbL. 3-1, 3-1, 3-1, 3-0, 3-2, 3-1, 3-0. So flying in 3-1s. Okay. So not a single prediction even going in Russia's favor. Kind of brutal, but some people having high hopes for a closer set. Love that. And 3-0 Russia now. We already stopped the count. Mark my words, MbL is going 130 Arbalest with Obsidian. Okay. I'm marking your words. Okay, this time I can be a bit more interactive with you guys. Obviously, we just had the long co-cast with T90. I am sorry that I couldn't really react to all the subs that flew in. Nipster, Barmo, Sarah and Fire, ACAB, Sheriff, and Knoblauchjäger. Thank you all for your support. And now we can answer a bit stuff. Is it fair to use a restart as a strategy? I think it is within the rules. How can it be 3-0 when Norway will start to troll at 2-0? I think they won't. I absolutely think they won't. I think you are probably confusing ladder games with tournament games, and you're probably confusing group stage games against way weaker teams with an elimination game against probably top 8 team in the world. Will Dash ever co-cast again? Well, he's super busy, right? But yeah, would I love that. He is so good. He honestly might be the best caster we have. Huh. I can give him a message. He generally dislike restarts though, eh? I think that we don't need restarts for Team Islands, yes. And I'm like for for recorded games, I think restarts make more sense. But we have best of 5s, we have best of 7s. I think especially in the best of 7, don't give them restarts. In the best of 5, I'm fine with it. Yeah. Will you bring Ono on sometime? I'm like, he will surely do King of the Hippo with me. But not sure. Maybe the second semifinal next weekend could be something to have him. Nomad sucks without restarts? I think just no, like it is so weird, right? To include a map that is extremely random for its, you include it for its randomness, and then reduce the randomness by adding
Shot it.
What's happening here? Dark? A villager down or what? No. He still has a scout. He lost the villager to MbL, but MbL still has full HP on his eagle. I don't really know what happened. Huh. Killed with an eagle? So he blocked the elephant there apparently. So that was a good job by MbL, sorry for missing that. So to continue with my train of thought, like the randomness of Nomad, and then you kind of try to reduce it by adding restarts. What do you think about the banned Saracens many times in this tournament? Well, we have seen it very rarely banned, my man. But I think it's a very reasonable ban. Call right Dash, so he tells us what's happened. Yeah, in the post-analysis with Dash. He's doing so much at the moment. Following on Twitter. And like, I could list all the companies that he is in contact with. And all the shows that he's hosting and doing. Brick wall could be an option. Not really. MbL not going for that one. Dark with the big walls. And Ethiopians could be lovely here. MbL, pretty damn open base for him. You wanted the randomness from Nomad, but the fairness from the restarts? I don't. That is the argument of the tournament host, right? I wouldn't include Nomad in the tournament. Can someone give me a summary why Dash is so famous? He's basically the host for League of Legends tournaments. So think about what we did for Red Bull, what Zero Empires did there, the like in-between analysis. But he is so much more knowledgeable when it comes to what scenes are there. And obviously, yeah, Mr. Riot Dash, therefore, because he had a contract with Riot at that time. I believe Dash is the other co-caster next week on T90s for semis. Ah, that makes much sense. Okay, yeah, great choice for him. Maybe I can squeeze in him for the Sunday. No co-cast with Robo did that several times. For example, I did even cast an offline event in China in front of a huge crowd in a hotel with Robo. And he fell asleep at game number 7, I believe. Or it's game number 8. What about Resident 22? Yeah, he's pretty much out of Age of Empires 2 from what I heard. But I really, really loved him. Is Robo a streamer? Well, he has an account. I wouldn't really call him a streamer. Is Nomad so better for weaker teams? I think so. If you are the weaker team, Nomad might be better for you to increase variance, yeah. I missed the Brazil versus Vietnam game. What happened, chat? Well, I think you better just watch it. Unless you want to read a full paragraph. So Viper only had 25 villagers here. Well, that's because others are only advancing now. Rainbow Evil, 55. Welcome, my man. Was it China thing with Robo where Nimino was hitting on the girl in the background? Well, he didn't know that he was hitting on her, but yes. What's the strategy here for each player? Mayans is playing Drush fast Castlino. Ethiopians is playing probably Castlino, right? He didn't even go for a Drush. And we have Vinchester going for Scouts, if I saw that correctly. Not really sure where those are. Oh yeah, over here. MbL was open or what? Interesting. Maybe between those two houses? Yes, indeed he was. And we'll find at least one villager kill. MbL with quite a mistake there. Very untypical for him. And the Viper is, I believe, adding a stable, but not really going for scouts. Okay, now 3 scouts coming over to the other side. MbL with a misplay here for sure. Ah, Robo. Writing more in my chat than if I ask him on Discord. Feels nilly, man. Uh-oh, scout low HP. Needs to run away. Viper's coming over, so those scouts actually need to somewhat commit at one point. I think if they find another villager kill, they have to be happy with themselves. Already 2 in the bag for them. Just commit over here, probably. Oh. MbL was kind of tilted today, playing against Bad Boy Tatars like 4 times in a row. Maybe he's so annoyed from those games. Thank you for the emotional update on MbL's side. And we will take that information into consideration, judging his every move from here on. Did you and GL talk to Viper regarding tourney strats, or are Norway doing their own thing? Well, we wanted to train, right? But we faced each other in the bracket, so then we didn't go over anything. And after we were out, Viper was watching over our recorded games, John and mine, of the Russia set. But I think I didn't learn too much. I think most of the mistakes that we made is something I already knew. And yeah. Do you prefer offline or online tournaments? Would you find it interesting to cast NSC in front of an offline crowd? Would absolutely love to, right? I did some casting in front of offline crowds and it's crazy good. Crazy good. Like, it just pushes so much more energy into me as well. I had even got a victim of being over-energized and completely screaming into the microphone no matter what happened, and had one of my worst casts ever in front of a live crowd. But I think now I would do a better job. But yeah, I'm looking forward to... Oh, double mining camp. Something we don't see too often. I'm actually a bigger fan of that. How does offline casting work? Well, it's like... It happens so many times. How should I explain? It's just like people sitting in front of a crowd, casters sitting in front of a crowd, and you just cast. And basically, because you see the crowd, can go a bit more with their reaction. Just think of it like other live sports, but they can hear the caster. Is this fast castle Sunday? Well, in some form it is. Triple archery range here for Dark. Something we already knew, and Norway knows as well how aggressively they are playing this every single time. Like ECL finals? Like ECL finals. Like a Smash tourney before the pandemic. Well, like most tournaments before the pandemic, right? What's Dark's elo? Well, you can check yourself. I think he should be around like 2,300 at his peak. Whole crowd raising arms to send the nearly energy would be glorious. Oh yeah, that would be something. Is there pressure on Russia to win the late caster early imp because of Sip's choices? Potentially. Potentially, yeah. Like, we can't go to hyper late game and play against Plumes and Paladins, obviously. So, I think the game needs to be decided before the 45-minute mark, or at least having a huge advantage. Let's take a look here. Some good snipes here. I like how Dark is playing this one. So far, Viper 4-0 KD MbL with 4-7. Quite some losses for him. Good micro by Dark. Good micro. Eager now joining the party. Really not the most important unit. ECR Finals was my first offline event. Totally different energy. Definitely didn't envy the casters for the late night Oasis game though. Oh boy. And that would, like, I think that ended half or quarter past 3 or something. And there still shouldn't be a full set after that. So, oh boy. That was good that... AM won that one. Uh-oh, let's see. 10 crossbows against 12 crossbows. Ballistics coming in as well. MbL did add 2 TCs. Quite a risky move. Interesting to see that he went for that. Normally you're trying to match it differently. Could be tricky for MbL with that gold spot. No ballistics. Fewer or smaller numbers. Dark playing so well. Dodging so many shots. Whew. University only now coming in. Just cancelled some villagers. Not really sure why. Is he trying to squeeze in Thumbring? Feels a bit like it. Very bad patrol here. Viper taking the better engagement. MbL around as well. Where's Thumbring? Still not clicked. I'm a bit confused. No production here. Dark's macro is messing up. Okay, wants to squeeze in the second defense upgrade. Interesting choice. Oh god, misclick on the house. MbL dodging quite a bit. Good job there. And MbL still couldn't afford ballistics. They're just being pushed away from the gold here. Did send some on the right-hand side, though. Finally can afford ballistics. Now coming in. Can we maybe see the engagement? 16 crossbows against 14. No, MbL will hold. And the economy should be significantly better. Sitting on more TCs. Viper is playing 3 TC as well, and we see Vinch only expanding to his third one at this very moment. Trying to find another angle. Nice hold there by MbL. Better numbers for Viper helping out as well. Obviously the transition with Franks so smooth. Russia has the better KD. Well, yeah. Well, by 3, so doesn't excite me too much. What excites me is that Viper is 10 villages ahead of the pack. Will lose a house, not the most important thing. Monastery in the back there actually has reasonable HP on those. Knight is going back. MbL a bit out of position, as you can see on the mini map. Viper needs to pull those villages, is doing that in time. Save that will as well. Have Russia ever placed in a major tournament? Well, Vinchester, certainly. Dark never really had a great tournament performance yet, I would say. Crossbow numbers not that great for Dark. Okay, now the army is coming over there. Do they really want to take this engagement? One attack upgrade. Viper does not have that one. I think knight numbers are better for the Viper though. 11 against 11, so I was misled there. Even fight, now taking it. 3 stables production from the Viper, so he will have better reinforcements there for sure. Crossbows still shooting away and doing some reasonable damage against MbL, who is still trying to micro like a madman. More crossbow coming over. Viper trying to get the kill, but won't get those. Lovely move here by Russia. Oi, 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 oi. How old is Dark? I think 20? Is any country as strong as Norway on paper? Not really. China is probably considered the strongest now. After or slash with Norway. Okay, archer range count. We have 5 for Dark, and MbL sitting at 4, so should get on to better numbers. 35 there. Really will put on some production. Thumpering now coming in for MbL. Viper, that's not a fight he can take. Is disengaging. Good choice. Oh boy, what a high level game to start this one off. Russia really showing why they are here deep in the tournament, why are they in the quarterfinals, and why they slapped Germany 10-0 if it comes to practice games plus tournament games in those World Cup settings. Viper now expanding to Woodline to the front. Doesn't have the greatest control over any others. Might have some losses now going for the stable. MbL is coming over. Okay, Dark is only 17. That would surprise me, but okay. Not impossible, surely. Oh yeah, actually I remember. Didn't I even make a YouTube video like the 17-year-old is clapping me or something? Uh-oh, now the engagement knight numbers look so much better for the Viper though. Oh yeah, this will be good for Norway. More knights coming from the side. Crossbow numbers not there. More coming from the left-hand side though. Reinforcements are there. MbL trying to dance, but the main story is simply the number of green knights that are shrekking. Poor Vinchester there. Viper just puts out the numbers. Solid. Literally, this is what I wanted to say, but actually is same with Vinchester. Crossbows are still active. What a close fight in this one. As you can see, score is hyper close as well, but the knights should probably clean this one up after this. Oof. Still continues to micro heavily. How many stables do we have here? Oh, only now adding stable 4 and 5. Maybe only now. I think it's still reasonable timing. Oh no. Oh no. Those knights are so good for the Viper. Big mistake by Dark here to allow those crossbows to be caught off guard. Is still getting away with some kills, but oh no. That's not really what they needed to group up to their numbers. MbL, he's sitting on 5 archer ranges, even adding up to 6 archer ranges. Is Dark, who's playing 1 TC behind all this. Look at this. So that is full production. Now only TC number 2 is added. He goes for the full flood, but can't really find the kills at the moment. Is doing an okay stop against MbL there. Firing rate is just crazy for those Arbalest. Arbalest is what I'm saying. Crossbow is what I actually mean and see here. Knight numbers simply not there. Vinchester is still going ham. And everyone knows this is the timing. Look at how all 4 players are streaming in units. Yellow, green, blue, red. All in the center of the map. This feels a bit like fighting for a monument in the center or anything special. It is just the full production. Because everyone knows Russia needs to make something happen here in Castle Edge. Long run, better army for the Norwegians. production. Just a good cycle there by Dark. Love that. Absolutely love that. Such a great game to start this one off. Yeah, I agree. Upgrades here to 2. Pretty sure that that is including Thumbring as well. Knights are jumping on those crossbows. I think that will be problematic here for Viper that he goes for this. Oh no, lots of losses. Viper with a misplay here. Meanwhile, MbL with some problems at his side. Military lead should be on the side of the Russians now, but actually it is really, really even. Like 5 more military at the moment, but should be hill advantage. And still an equal lead of 22 for MbL. Slight lead for the Viper over Vinchester there. No one thinking about imping. Let's take a look on the resources. Everyone above 500 food. Quite funny at this spot. Viper now some more queuing up to be done by him. Score in general really close for everyone as well. 5.1k the lowest, 5.6k the highest, and now the 1 villager castle here. That is something we very rarely see. Not really sure what the Viper was thinking there. Patrol isn't the greatest thing. Just snipe that 1 Vilma, man. And yeah, that was a weird one. A weird one. Okay, camels now being added by Vinchester. Do they really think, okay, they're... No, it's not enough. And oh god, you see Dark. No production by him. He's thinking about imping this one. Has a solid 47 crossbow on the field. Oh, this will be lovely. And look at how he's imping and instantly going for the production again. I really love how Dark is playing this one. Oh boy, so strong. So incredibly strong. Viper and MbL completely put to the test here. More crossbows around. Knights coming over. Now taking the fight against the university. Is he trying to cancel the university so the Viper can't click up to him? Feels a bit like it. Maybe sniping those villagers, but yeah, a bit too many villagers now. So no sniping there. Viper can click up pretty soon. And we see Vinchester. He will be clicking up any second as well. Now even jumping onto this crossbowman. Not sure if that is the wisest choice ever. And finds a better angle. Still has the small hill advantage here. I like the positioning, and numbers are very solid. Now the aggressive castle by Vinch himself. Horrible fight for MbL. Has to disengage. Ethiopians just doing some work indeed, guys. Want to take out that TC. I think it's only 1 damage per shot though, so that won't be too fast. Dark is so good. Yeah. Could maybe call him the dark horse of the tournament. Russia stronger than I thought they would be. Someone didn't see Germany against Russia or what? Non-expert. Is this easy win for Russia? None of us is an expert here. And I think it is a relatively even game. I think everyone can still take it. I need to pressure Viper heavily though. Not allow him to get to Arbalest. To Paladins. Oh boy. Oh, this is spotted. This could be some dead villagers. Oh, it happens again. And Viper, can he quick wall this one? I don't really see it. He's just right-clicking this. That's not an option against those knights and camel numbers. Horrible spot for him. Next engagement here might be happening. MbL reaches Imp at the same time. No Arbalest can be afforded. We already have Bracer in. Chemistry is flying in as well. This will be a horrible engagement for the Viper. Russia is going deep, guys. Viper has another castle up there. Gets lots and lots of control for the long game. Won't really be needed. They are disengaging here. Chivalry is now coming in to have the cavalry upgrade flying in faster. But you obviously need to finish the upgrade first. Now going for the stables. Where's the stable where we're researching Cavalier? Okay, this one at the front. Not the most important thing. Arbalest now coming in as well. Something we already have for MbL. Control over at the left-hand side. Some outpost there. And they're scouting for extra golds. Is this a switch into MbL? Oh, MbL is actually going for this angle. And is this Obsidian Arrows? Ooh. This looks like Obsidian Arrows, guys. He is killing that TC quite easily. Well, we see Vinchester going back. And he's getting all the upgrades for the clear up there. But that means we have unprotected Mr. Dark. That is a lot of Arbalest on the field, though. 93 military for him. Oh, boy. Bombard arrows. Again, we've seen it so many games now. And those knights. Cavalier upgrade. Well, how far away is it? Okay, now kicked in. So he can take that fight quite comfortably. Is clearing everything up. And MbL with some losses. Do we see the big engagement here? Oh boy, how many Arbalest are these? Looks like 70, maybe even 80. Paladin upgrade for the Viper. He wants to wait to take the major engagement here. Is losing so much in the process though. Still pop 185. How is Viper doing this? How is he 185 population? I don't know. Finish that castle. Lovely move. Taking a small engagement there against those Cavaliers. Getting the only second attack upgrade for now. Tries to clear this one up. Don't tell me Viper can hold this. Behind this, MbL with a horrible production. Look at that. Could be a solid 60 more Arbalest on the field if he simply had enough archer ranges. Big slip up by him. Oh, Arbalest are now split off. That should not have happened. Oh, the Cavaliers will take a good fight here. And Dark, he was so patient together with Vinchester. His army now split off though. And that will be a solid 25 Arbalest dying without too many return kills for sure. Teams now have to think about starting to trade as well. Not really happening. Cavaliers are starting to raid. And remember, guys, we did mention it early on, Paladins is the key unit in this matchup. Everything else is similar. Now Camels being mixed in. Arbalest doing a good job. MbL not getting onto the numbers. 43 military. Look at his production. He should have enough on the field, but he simply does not because Archer Rangers numbers are better on the other side. As you can see, 8 archer ranges a bit earlier. Trade is now started as well. Lovely plays here by Mr. Dark. He really suffered with the rage though. Only 65, 70 military for him. And Viper lost most of his paladins. Tricky spot for him. Where are his other golds? Is he still have enough income? That one just ran dry. He has an extra gold there that he's trying to work with. Now good engagement at this side for Dark. Viper, how is his production looking? Full paladin at the moment. Where's the meat shield in front of the Arbalest? I don't really see it. Don't tell me Viper's actually making the comeback happen. What a crazy game to start off the set. Barracks now being added. Are they trying to mix in halberdiers? That is weird. Whew. Oh, that is one of Viper's golds. Oh yeah, that's problematic. Viper had 2 extra golds though. Now Viper will start flooding and it's GG. That is actually the story that I'm trying to tell you guys. There is no flood. He has some gold here. That one ran dry. And then it's over with all the paladins. And they don't have trade. Like, Viper has more army for... like, or more gold for like 15 paladins. And that's it. Well, Russia's already setting up trade. Think Russia wins this? They're in a good spot. Put themselves in a good spot. Oh no, that is intercepted though. And those barracks are going to fall. Villager numbers, reasonable for everyone except Mr. Dark. He really needs to go higher than the 68 that he is at. He has only 2 TCs. He's producing out of both of them. Now squeezes in some skirmishers. Is lacking some gold control himself. That one needs to be walled off. Takes another fight there. MbL with the hill though. Can't be too unhappy with that. Dark 110 population. Is it true that the comeback was made here? Or is it really a comeback by Norway? They're now pushing with all the Arbalest, killing so much more. And Vinchester... well, Cavaliers light cover coming over. He's contesting the right hand side. Lots of traps by him. And as you can see, full light cover production now. Only 2 on gold. What happened there? He didn't have any transition? Oh boy. Maybe Halberdier push might have been better towards Viper. 600 HP on that one. Repair. Is it coming in time? No, it won't. Second trap must not die and will be saved. Oh yeah, will be safe for now. But Viper, he goes in and will find some kills. Oh, no caravans yet. Still slow trade cards, and some of them will die. Obviously dying so much easier to the raid than behind this one. And still massive amount of raids. Dark sitting at pop 120. Vinchester with reasonable numbers, but 70 villagers is the big problem. And that shows you that he can't add more production. Now walling off his own trade as well. Makes it more inefficient. They are running around. Ugly spots. Now the skirm defense, but he won't really get onto those numbers with that small economy that he has behind it. Viper with the defensive castle. Might lose some more villagers. Viper struggling now. Pop 130 for him. Willing to risk an open trade line. Did save that castle. That one was crucial. Third down castle for Viper. Yeah, kind of, right? The Lord is always with us. Oh no. Finds more trade card kills. Viper doing so much with so little paladin numbers. Will count as even for both. Well, then we need to probably see some sling here if we have 67 farmers and that amount of wood choppers. But, oh no, so much trade going down. Then needed to have the walls over there, close at the top as well. And it seems like they didn't really have any extra gold. Guys, go to AoE zone. This actually might be a deciding factor. Viper having 2 extra gold. Well, he got pushed away from that one. And there's no extra gold for Russia. Really ugly. Yeah, they could have contested the one at the right-hand side, but certainly could have not contested the one in the very far back there. Can they call a restart now? Guys, call the admins. Dark lost more villages again. Yeah, we see 55 only. Skirmishes now in production. Light cap finished, and as you can see, no military production at the moment from Vinchester. Only tries to go for trade cards, but that will be pretty tricky for him. More and more pushbacks on all sides. MbL, solid arbalest numbers. The trap still holding, and what a wild game. Another light cap raid, and that is the big problem, right? Chinese, we did mention it early on, normally considered to be a civilization that goes for archers, but because of the draft, because of the snipe of another horse civ, Russia had to go for Chinese as their horse civilization. No hussars for them, no paladins for them. 2 upgrades that could have really helped in those scenarios. Triple monastery could be taken down. I'm not going for it. Oh, that's a big raid though. Could kill all the trade if they had any. No hussars, but still better light cap than Franks, funny enough. Well, makes sense, right? You have bloodlines, the other one does not. Oh god, Viper now drops to 78 villagers himself. Arbalists are coming over. MbL still very active. Oh, with the hill advantage, probably wants to micro some. Wants to go close to the castle potentially. Clumped up formations, normally what you go for. That is a weird spot. Why is he trying to take the fight there? And now with the higher hill elevation is taking that one. More trade is coming over. I think that this one will be a cleanup by the Norwegians. Yeah, light cover around. Double, or the hill control here for MbL so good. Now more Arbalists there, but Viper loses a crucial castle at that side. Trade will be a bit more open for raids, and indeed more raids are coming in at different angles. This is still pretty tough, and no trade setup at that angle. And then you have to ask yourself, who has the better trash in this game? And yeah, Dark doesn't want to go for hussars, so basically no hussars at all in this one. Some players with halberdiers, and so many population drops now. Look at that, Vinchester, the only one who is really staying at pop limit. This is so far from over, guys. no one is really able to set up some trade. And oh no, Vinchester didn't delete his starting market. Therefore, those markets won't even be approached while trading with the back there. And oh god, do we have a new market? No, Dark without a market at the moment. Interesting. So many Arbalists though. How do you stop these if you only have trash? Look at the low villager count. Vinchester actually leading with 125. Second highest is MbL with 91. Production, as you can see, very trash-based. And Vinchester and Dark are tapping this one out. They see, okay, this is an unstoppable army of 60 Arbalists. We cannot... Oh, actually, they could have maybe contested that one. But certainly would have lost. And Viper actually with 107 population. Funnily enough, this game was resigned with the pop deficit of 4. Norway had 4 more population. And we obviously see everything and we can say, okay, maybe playing on might have been a reasonable idea. And if we think like Vinchester could have put all those resources on the map, maybe clear up is an option. Maybe they could have played on, especially with 3 relics there. No one really had trades. So I think playing on would have been justified. But we obviously see everything. We see the population. Maybe they think, okay, Viper, we didn't rate him that heavily. We maybe killed 20 villagers, so he could be at 170 pop. Actually down way lower than what they thought there. Most likely. Great game. Number 1 to start off the set. And I get a good taste and a good feeling for the upcoming games. Home map of Russia. After this one, great game to start off this potentially epic set. Vinchester with the most kills. Also lots of losses for him. MbL fewest losses. Not that many buildings raised there for a player that is going for obsidian arrows. But he was fighting with his army quite heavily. Military numbers. 86 for MbL. 93 for Dark. Solid game here, surely. I'm impressed by Russia. 1-0 lead. We can X out some civilizations. And you simply see, right? What maps are left? We still have Valley. We still have Ghost Lake. I don't know why they didn't go for Berbers or Indians or Magyars. I think it's a mistake. I think it is a mistake. Chinese gone, Ethiopian gone. They went for pick 1 and 2. Against Mayans and Franks, also solid picks. Russia knew that their opponents didn't have any trades. Team Islands, next. Yeah, he had so many resources. Yeah, exactly. You're right, Keldart. But still, like 2.2k food is like 28 light calf. And he had over 30. So let's combine that to roughly 60 light calf. Could have done a good job against MbL there. I don't think they would resign if the other side is not Viper and MbL. Not sure about that one. Civ prediction for Team Islands? Okay, I see Italians. I see Portuguese. Do we need Portuguese for something else? Oh god, they are lacking archer civs as well. They have to play Malay Vietnamese, probably as archer civs on Ghost Lake and Valley, which is okay. So I will predict Italians, Portuguese. On the other side will be Vikings plus probably Japanese, I would say. Yeah. You think they could have cleaned MbL's archers with light cav there? I think if you throw 60 light cav at that, you will kill a reasonable amount of Arbalest. I think maybe like 15 survive. You want Malay for Nomad? I think they might play... What are they playing? Spanish Burmese Berbers. You can kill the Arps, but not the Paladins. What Paladins? There were 6 Paladins on the field and no chance of reproducing Paladins. Persians and Malians still the civs, yeah. Viper still at about 15? Okay, then I didn't see them. No trade for Russia. Switching into Eagles would be a good idea. Technically, yes. But you didn't have trade either. Okay, the Paladins were still in the back base. Okay. What are you drinking? Pepsi Max Cherry. Welcome to the stream. Maggie or Berber could have flooded the map with hussars. I think so as well. I really like... I don't understand that. Yeah, Persian, Malians, Lithuanians. Crazy good civs, certainly. Probably play Lithuanians even somewhere else, so it might be... Ah, yeah, Lithuanians, yeah. You play them as the horse civ. Norway archer civs? Oh yeah, that's problematic as well, right? For Ghost Lake and Valley? Maybe you don't play Vikings on Team Islands. Oh yeah, you don't play Vikings on Team Islands, guys. What are you playing then? Malians? Japanese? Huns? Japanese? Huns Japanese, probably. Byzantines could be an option for Team Islands as well, yeah. Italians or Portuguese? No, that's kind of locked up for Russia, right? Italians and Portuguese there. Byzantines plus Huns? I think Japanese plus 1. I think Japanese plus Huns or Japanese plus Byzantines. Yeah. Byzantines as a counter to Portuguese? I don't think that they're that much of a counter. You're still sure you show DM later? Well, depends. If it's a 3-0, I would try to. Okay. Roomstock not really in the most core. It isn't a 3-0? Okay. Someone already looked into the future. Maybe Byzantines as an archer civ on land as well? Might be something. Well, we will have some questions answered. And indeed, it will be... What? So it will be Japanese Lithuanians against Malay and Italians. Oh boy. Oh boy. So not going for Portuguese, keeping Portuguese for Valley most likely. Or Ghost Lake. I will have... The Lithuanian is probably going to land. Japanese is going to be water. Dark is playing Italians. And we have Vinchester with Malay. I don't fully understand. I'll still have Huns instead of Lithuanians as a civ. Then Lithuanians can have a nice start on water for sure. Can have a solid landing. You won't get a lot of relics though. And Malay over Portuguese, something I don't really like. Why would Portuguese be good in another map? Cheaper archers. Portuguese pick to keep them away from Norway? No. They will play them on Valley. I'm pretty sure. Like, Portuguese are good on Valley. I just think they're so much better on Team Islands. Well, we will figure out what the strategies are going to be, because we are jumping into game number 2 here. My285, hey yo, thank you for the 3 months of support. We have the Viper playing Japanese here, and in the blue we will have MbL playing Lithuanian. Dark with Italians, and Vinchester playing Malay. Portuguese are good on Valley. How? Archers. You can build archers cheaper. 20% more It's comparable to Mayans, guys. Not as good as Mayans, but 20% reduction of gold is crazy if you pay 45. 2 relics per island? I think that could be the case. Maybe? I think that's indeed the case. I don't see a 5th one. Looking closely, and yeah, I think I will stay with my answer of 2 per island. Pretty sure that was the plan. Gold balance approved. Well, it's always unfair now, right? That is 2 and 1 extra gold there. So Vinchester and Dark will have a tiny bit more, 1.6k more gold on their island. But why specifically on Valley? I mean, what makes them better on Valley than, say, Arabia? Valley, you wall up easier. And it's just like you can produce them so much more. And on Arabia, you can't wall your back that easily and just have to chase more armies. While in Portuguese, you can just mass on Valley. There are 2 extra golds on each island, so it's fair. Oh, is that so? Where's the extra golds on... Ah, yeah. Okay. No, it's both double extra gold now. Okay. Yeah, I didn't spot that one. So all good. Very weird Civ drafts? Yeah, I don't fully understand it either. Why do we never see trade cocks? Are too volatile? Well, different reasons, right? First of all, they can easily be raided. And then trade cocks go always to the longest distance dock. So the moment is, if you want to have docks here and trade with your teammate there, you can never build a dock at the front. Because they will go to that dock. So basically it means you have to completely back dock or your trade is dying. Or it goes way too far to the front and then blocks everything. Also remember that if every single trade cock is going there, they are so clumped up there and will all take the same line around that corner and will bump into each other so much. I think adding like 5 trade cocks is a good idea. Adding 30 trade cocks is not a great one. It's a trade displacement from other dock market, or does it count how far they travel? How far they travel, obviously. Yeah. Weren't they improved in DE? Yes, they are faster now. Yeah. So, like, as I said, short, like, in the normal distance, they should be better. But if you mass them, they're bumping into each other and it's less safe. Can you use fish traps like walls? No. You can go over them. MbL Bugdog seems like not ideal if he goes for a landing. Yeah, it's a questionable thing. Maybe they play some crazy strategy. Viper is going for the front deck there. Maybe MbL is playing fast castle, guys. No, he's looming now. And transport up. So we'll take the long route. Maybe it tries to land the back. It's about distance from market to market. No, not actual distance traveled. Well, if you go, like, if you make a, instead of like, yeah, it's distance from market to market. Like, if the trade card is going this, it generates the same 3 gold as if it's going like this. Yeah. There's a map like Team Islands, but paired with one of your enemies. I think that would be very fun to watch. Yeah, happened several times. Enemy Archipelago is the name of the map. Do you think the first game was Norway's hardest of the World Cup so far? Well, probably Golden Pit against Vietnam B might be the hardest. Because they, I think, played 100% and still lost. The last one they won. I think if the Civ draft was correct for Russia, or let's say better, right? I don't want to say correct. Let's just say better. Then it might have been the hardest game, yeah. Well, Lithuanians picked on islands. Well, you start with 150 extra food. Therefore, you don't need to send as many villagers on the sheep. Can transition to wood earlier and therefore can add more fishing ships. And as you can see, even after the transporter, already building number 4. Double scouts here. Shall Viper use towers? God, no. Why? Don't really see an advantage for that. And instantly dropping the stable. Double scout here. And they're not scared of the landing at all. Dark is going for triple dock here, and well, what is yellow doing? Okay, just stable at home. So we see the same strategy that MbL went for in the set before. Transport is so expected. Yeah, but expecting something and dealing with something are 2 different things. You think it would be a good change to add small micro islands to the corner of the map to make trade viable on Team Islands? You mean building a dock here? Some islands there. Oh, and he gets away with those 2 villagers. Interesting move. Interesting move. I think that's too technical of a thing. I probably wouldn't like it from the map design, but maybe it's better for esports. Huh. 2 scouts around. No villagers coming in to wall this one. That's what we've seen several times. Bit surprising there. How would you design this map better? I honestly think shallow land through the center might make this one better. Feels so weird, but it just gives you another round of options. It will play very, very similar. Maybe like only 3 tiles thick, right? So that you can easily wall it off. But just more options, even more land aggression happening. And now the archer range backlanding. Interesting approach here by MbL for sure. Viper's getting full control over that water. Is pushing that away. Still has 4 fishing ships himself. And now taking the fight here against Dark, who is switching onto galleys way too early. Look at Vinchester's woodline. Such perfect walls. I will in a second, my man. And we will see some villagers fighting here first. MbL is getting out of there. And such perfect walls. Yeah. Completely safe there. Archer ranges. Can land in there. That's a mistake by Vinchester. That's a mistake by Vinchester that he doesn't have this one walled. Pooh. Why Malay? Oh god, Malay have so many bonuses, my man. AoE trajectory can you answer you so much. Like, you have the faster advancing age, so basically that's more villagers. You have incredible navy. You can go for harbors. You get fast fires. Yeah, those are the biggest advantages for sure. Infinite fish traps as well. I don't think that's something... I thought about mentioning that one, but that's really not important for Team Islands in my opinion. Ah, exactly. Docks more line of sight. Help to find better fishing fish. And to spot landings more easily. And oh, that's what I mentioned, right? Dark. He's around now and I think switched onto galleys too early. Viper on the way to Castle Age already. Resources here for Dark. Not looking too hot. Oh, this is so good for Norwegians. And now taking the fight with the archers behind this one. Oh god, this is so good. And yeah. Just taking the fight there, 2 villagers around, and oh no, those spearmen wanted to come over from Vinchester, but running into 2 Komodo dragons. Ripperino to him. Oh, it's trying to micro their scouts. Well, they weren't paid to help. Okay, late payment came in. Right, but now reaching Castle Age, and yeah, you see Dark probably not as strong on water as he is on land. We have seen it several times. Oh no, you probably didn't, but I saw it several times. And Viper in full control here. Gets the war galley upgrade. Gets Botkin already finishing any second. What? Did he finish? No. Oh god! What a fast resign. They see, okay, we lost water. We see that still mass archers. They got in. They got in. Oh, no. And then farms are blocked. Food economy will be slowed down. Trying to go for archers, not really an option. And hi. Weird civilization choices, but absolutely paying off here. I think this was more of a strategic win than something that comes to the civilizations. MbL just active with the scouts. No walling in of those stables. Something we've seen every single time. And you can't really deny that. And then the relanding. Archer Rangers helped out here. Broke through there. And game was pretty much over while Viper played this one. Completely uncontested, right? Didn't wall anything. That is so wild. While, well, we see Dark had to do something. And wasn't even fully walled. The scouts came in, found some villager kills, and then it is kind of obvious that you lose the water. 2-0. That was a quick game number 2. 17 minutes. One of the fastest games we have seen this tournament for sure. Look at how few units are. 25 units only down this game. And, well, villager advantage won't be the craziest either. Look at that. Just such a small gap and still feeling like the game was over. And I think it was in a really ugly spot. But arguably, too early resigns. Yeah. When is the best time to add galley against fires? When you get war galley? I think earlier. It's just, if you, I would say if you're sure that you can safely get to 6. If you're sure, yeah, that's, I think that's the answer that I didn't know before, but I like. If you know that you can transition and get up to 6, because then you can micro and such. I think I like that one. 70 minutes and MbL managed to get 2 landings. Well, that was part of the strategy. 7 plus fletching? I would say so, yeah. Okay, and Valley is next, guys. And we will indeed... Oh! Okay, I will need to update the civilizations on the fly. Because they, I think, didn't go for any spec delay. Oh, yeah, I'm exactly live. So maybe they did go for spec delay and I just wasted too much time here. And let's see. So the Viper is playing with Slavs. Something I don't like too much. I think I would have liked a Paladin civilization there. Vikings for MbL. He absolutely loved these. So they want to potentially finish this one in early Imperial Age. Vinchester is playing Indians though. And we see potentially a mass spam of crossbow into Arbalest by Mr. Dark, who's going Portuguese. And we have already seen him go for lots and lots of them. Update the overlay. That's what I just did. Oh wow, no archers for Ghost Lake potentially. Wasn't there something? Vietnamese, my man. Yeah. And Byzantines. Yeah, I think those will be the choices. I think Russia intimidated by being behind versus what could be the best team in this tourney. Potentially. I know that they messaged us after all the training and said, oh god, we had such a bad draw that we had to face Canada in the group stage, and or that they felt like their rating wasn't high enough. And I think that's what really was bad for them, because they after game 1 looked really hot. So the Viper, Slavs. What is this map going to look like? Not the greatest gold. Can go for the big walls here if you wanted to. Barriers around there, but also can go for the small walls. I think that's more the likely answer for him. And MbL could, well, defensive gold, defensive barriers. I think absolutely wallable, especially for him. Vinchester playing Indians. Really strong with that one. Small F21, by the way. Thank you for your sub. Gold relatively close by. Front area will be a bit tricky. And that one looks like a good map for Dark. I can see some small walls here. And he should be fine. What does the river in the middle do? It's not really a river. It's more like some sandy area that you cannot wall. DM stream after this. That's my plan. Hoping to organize the recorded games. So maybe some mod could be around. Maybe someone could help me. I can read my Discord again. To give me all the... Oh no, Roomstock did send me some now. Yeah. Okay. So I think I got all the recorded games from Roomstock now. Is it too risky to mill the deer in the center here? Yes, that's what kind of everyone agreed on. You're just way too exposed, so not really an option. I think I didn't even see a single game yet where people tried to contest it, which is kind of weird, but yeah. Viper can do fish boom in the ponds. Not really with slabs, my man, but I know what meme you're coming from. Other than cracked ground, does any other terrain change object to check weakness? No. Hills. How would you change this map? I already kind of did. In the past, gold spots were spread randomly. Now they're all generated in the center, the extra golds. I think maybe even make those resources even more to the players, so that they actually do something. Or maybe have all the 5 relics spawn in the center, for example. That could be an option. Then they could fight for that a bit more. At the moment, it just feels completely like Arabia, but because you're spawning closer to the edge of the map, it's easier to wall. Because you don't need to wall your back. So I think it's actually a worse Arabia in some form. At shorefish, there's some shorefish in there. Maybe more. Why didn't we see Mongols more often? Well, Mongols simply have no bonuses for their archers. So they're horrible as a civilization going for horses. By the way, Dark didn't really scout that woodline. And Mongols don't get the last defense upgrade for their archers. Yeah. There are simply so many civilizations that are better, right? Vikings, Ethiopians, Britons, Vietnamese, Malay, all of them either having the better economy or better archers, Mayans. Yeah, the list is long. I hope I mentioned Portuguese. Has MbL always been a full wall player, or did he start doing it from this year? He was known for that before as well. Yeah. Could new Koreans be an option for 2v2 archer civs? Absolutely. They would be better than Mongols as well, but obviously we're playing with the old patch, so they are still pretty bad. MbL still Dark Age, by the way. Not a single farm from him, and he will just play wall fast castle without a drush beforehand. Stay by the side, so Viper has to face that one first. Dark is playing a weird spot with the archer range. Will go on to archers himself. 3 on gold there in the back. I think this map would have been good enough to play Drush Fast Castle, in my opinion. Could Korean be a solid landing civ? Most of the time you want to land with scouts, right? And then Koreans don't really have a bonus for that. If you mean for Team Islands. The archers, maybe slightly better than the generic civ. What do you think is the best archer civ for team games? Depends on the map, right? And how many against how many? 4v4? Clearly Chinese. Korean scout costs 0 wood? Shit, okay. Well, that's a huge buff then for them. Maybe Mayans? Yeah. Are bloodlines so important in Team Islands? I think so. If you are the responsible for the guy, or being responsible as the guy for the landing, I think bloodlines need to... Why Chinese in 4v4? Because their team bonus applies to 3 teammates. And the main team bonus won't be that important. Chinese farm bonus is out of control in 4v4, guys. It might be, like, it's considered by some to be a stronger team bonus than Spanish. Viper! Oh! Sniped in my dreams, but not really in this game. Now probably tries to transfer the low HP villager back. Kills a scout. Good job by him. Extra wills, more food and farms of all teammates. Indeed. And that's, well, just so much bigger in 4v4 than in the 2v2. That's why we saw Chinese more often and more prioritized in Battle of Africa compared to this tournament. Simply because, yeah, the team bonus works differently. Britain's main flank is OP. I like it. I like it. Did they build these markets so early for vision? Well, they are Portuguese, so no, my man. I'm confused as well. Maybe he's balancing some economy. He already sold 200 stone, so that is a 1 TC play by Dark. Interesting choice. I think this is a big tell. I don't like that Dark built that market so much at the front, because that's giving away the strategy. Like a Portuguese player with a market, that is always 1 TC play Castle Age. All in. MbL is not fast castling. Well, he is. He is. As you can see, 40% on the way to Castle Age already. Or Sling. Well, not really, no. Portuguese don't have any bonuses on their Sling. Indians, not that crazy as a civilization to get slung. Yeah. Which is better for pocket, Frank or Persians? I would say Franks. But at Vinch Tower is gold. He was scared, but I didn't really see the necessity. He knows that MbL will have lots of crossbows, can pressure some, but I think he had enough time to wait. Viper sees the market. I would be surprised. No, he never was there. Once he gets there, he should have a really good idea, though. More farmers now by Dark. Interesting choice. Archers around. Oh. What? Guys, we are seeing a dog on Valley. I hope you hear me smiling. That is for 4, 5 fishing ship? Probably 4 shorefish there. He has 5 shorefish in that pond. Could go for some fishing ships. Interesting move. Interesting move. Not like hyper great, but especially with the low economy that Dark is always playing, he could really use that one. Having some more eco. Could be caravels. Ships can move the sand. No, they can't. Like, at least I didn't know that they could move on the sand. Okay, archer numbers at 6. MbL at 6 as well. So with the scouts, that could be interesting. MbL is sending more. Indeed, 2 more. So it will be 8. Some more walls behind. And those archers really should not be caught off guard. Nice quick wall there. Needs another house behind. Okay, good job thus far for Mr. Dark. Now jumping under the TC. Focusing down the crossbow is the way to go here with the TC. Don't care about your villagers. You need to win the second fight. And he did not do that. Therefore, crossbow surviving and crossbow still being annoying. Scouts now jumping onto that one. And that's the big problem. Dark out of position with his archers as well. Some villagers will fall. 1 down. Make it potentially 2 down. And no answer to the fast castle of MbL thus far. Scouts are coming over, and Bloodlines +1 defense. They can maybe even commit here, maybe even patrol in and find more kills. They can, it's beach terrain. Okay, indeed, it's going for caravels. Okay, I didn't know. Don't really think it will matter too much, though. Oh no, more crossbow dying. Did we even get ballistics? No, we didn't. Extra TCs. Just get some good shots in. Oh no, MbL microing now. Or is he? well, finding some kills. We'll get that villager quite easily as well. And, well, Dark is sitting at a 2 to 15 KD at the moment. And yeah, Caravel is coming over. Look at that, guys. What a beautiful idea. What a beautiful strategy. Are showing this one probably at a spot in the tournament where it doesn't matter at all. And, well, they will intercept this one. Caravel, let's take a look. Something we've rarely seen ever. Caravel, give me the shot against the crossbows. Make it happen. And oh boy, would I like to be in TeamSpeak there or Discord of MbL and Viper and ask them if they knew about that one. That is a funny, funny move. And now they're kind of trapping the army here. Oh, but Dark is so far behind when it comes to economy. Caravel around. What a beautiful play. And now the camels surrounding this one. Guys, is this still playable for Russia? They're only 8 villagers behind. And they have center control with caravels now. Holy moly. Only fletching now, though. That explains why the crossbow fights went so horribly for them. This is called a masterpiece? Indeed it is. Ooh. Lovely stuff. Lovely stuff. What would the strategy be if cheats were allowed, other than instant win? Mass Cobra car. This new meta right here. Not sure about that one. But yeah, interesting. There's no water. Is it a bug? No, no, no. That is intentional. Like that sand area. I thought ships couldn't go over there. But it actually was a plan, yeah. All ships can go over the terrain, yes, yes, yes. Carol's now helping out, obviously not crazy good there. Can position themselves over there and not be attacked by land units. Camel's still around as well. What a funny strategy. Caravels, can they get a shot off against the crossbows? That could be really good. Dodging. Dodging. Oh, no, not getting the final shots in. Ah. What a funny, funny strategy. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. MbL sitting at 65 villagers. And, yeah, that really shows you they are a solid 19 villagers ahead now. Waste of resources? I don't think so. Halberdier switch for attack bonus? Yeah, guys. Question. How much extra attack do Halberdiers have against caravels? Everyone who watched yesterday should know. 17 is the right answer. Oh, guys. Were you even watching? The Russian go down in AV history books with that play. Maybe, maybe. It will be funny, and they have a lot of control. I think aggression behind this is just the wrong answer. I think if you get this caravel mass up, your opponent is more likely to just sit back, so you can boom some more. At least that's my my approach to this. Lots of yellow dots here at the top. Not really sure what's happening there. Huh. Only the winner will go down in history. If you lose, it's just a silly strategy. That's sadly the case, indeed, yeah. MbL is up soon. Indeed, very, very soon even. And that TC will go up. For a small moment I thought Vinchester could maybe kill it before. Okay, now Rams over here. But once we get Arbalest, those camels and the caravels shouldn't really get too much done. You should be able to go for hunt now. Yeah, that's actually true. Dark could go for like 4 villagers hunt or something somewhere. That's actually true, yeah. Would be the perfect approach and the perfect abuse of your full water control. Was there plenty of fish in the river really a German saying? Obviously not, no. Please hype and tell Dark to make demos and bada booms. Okay. But guys, think about it. If Dark is getting some demos out with his 2 dog play here, he could maybe stop MbL. And if MbL gets a bit careless, big demo shots could kill everything here. Can fishing ships gather from hunt? I don't think so, no. But Vikings and Slav probably better boom, at least than Portuguese, to make Gresh make sense. Yeah, but if you play the very long game, you can get to Imperial Camels, no? And you know that your opponent has some army, so won't do too much. Caravels out now. Crossbows, what can they do? How good are the shots? Some connections here is trying to micro, but won't be the prettiest one. And yeah, the crossbows simply not clumped up enough so that the caravels will do the damage. Okay, now they are. Go over here at the right-hand side. Now they're lined up. Now get the shots in. Okay, I don't mind this too much. Now they're clumped up. Shoot! 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 Oh, not the damage that I was hoping for, honestly. It is the big difference, right? Caravels get extra attack against other ships. Here they, quote-unquote, only do the 8 damage. Slav Halberdier will be a problem. Yeah, unless the Portuguese player gets onto Arbalest himself. But he is far away from that if we look at the food. That's underwhelming. I agree. Yeah, pirates. Okay, that castle will be stopped. Why is there no trash in this tournament? What's your question? Tries to get another castle spot up there, but not really being allowed to do that. Vinchester not too close to imping here either. That's a bit surprising to me. Yeah, if that castle goes up, caravels don't really know what to do and how to pass anymore and how to block this one. Huh. And oh yeah, Halberdiers indeed will be the choice for Viper. This will be tricky. Obviously, Halberdiers completely wrecked the caravels, as we all know. And Rams with that, so Dark needs to get onto Arbalest himself, which will be tricky. Caravels, now, can we get some shots in? Don't see them. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Won't get the kills in, and MbL just jumps into the castle, and then the damage output is crazy. Viper watched the quiz yesterday. Yeah. Okay, an X by Viper there. Wants to see the docks, the trade apparently. MbL, what are we seeing here? Can he lose some more villagers? Okay, no. Now he's just fighting off against all those caravels. I think they could have suicided themselves. Lots of damage output. And MbL made it to the other side quite successfully. And what do you do against that Ram and Arbalest number? You kind of need to have range yourself. Fun strat, I really wished it worked out. Yeah, I honestly didn't even think that could be an option there. The river is just way too big to control everything. But yeah, I like that they thought about the map, and now we know why they didn't pick Portuguese for Team Islands, right? Because they wanted to play it here. Why go on the woodline there? Just to have the villagers over at the other side. He wants to build more siege workshop, more archery ranges, and maybe the castle later on. Okay, now they're getting some kills against the pike. Funny engagements for sure. MbL, how many TCs does he have? 4 now. And builds a 5th one at the front. Siege Ram only now kicks in, but Arbalest, how do you even address those? It will be really, really tough as an Indian player who only now is getting the upgrades in. Oh, some raid in the back. MbL not realizing. Still no market there. Viper getting impatient. And now the kill against the starting to see never a great spot. 7k score against 5k score. And game number 1 was so promising. We thought, okay, we could get a great set on our hands. But game number 2 was a 17-minute game. This game kind of felt over at the, I would say, like 19-minute mark, where Dark had so many losses. Then squeeze in a funny strategy, but they won't really find an answer to all those Arbalests, all those Rams. Not a lot of red support is coming over, and so much of Winchester's base is gone. Unfortunate draw for Russia there. I think they could have done something against other teams. Maybe something even against Vietnam. And could have had a great set, but running into Norway, obviously really tough for them. G to the G, 3-0. Followed after this is the semi-final of the DM $3,000 tournament. Suomi and the Code going up against a team of DMers. That should be a great one. I will cast those Rex in, I would say like 10 minutes. Hi. Winner interview is something we will try to jump onto as well. Not much they could do, I believe, after all the losses here. Ivan MC, thank you, my man. I don't think that going Archers was the right choice here for Dark. I think he should have played Drush Fast Castle or Direct Fast Castle. His map was good enough. Distance is so long. And MbL could do so much damage there, uncontested. Fast castle for him. Lovely and easy play. Saturas, hey yo! Yeah, the first game was incredible. Game number 2 and 3 didn't deliver that much in comparison.
And...
What? Okay. I'm far ahead of T90, so winner interview will still take some time. Not sure if he dropped or something, but yeah, we will then switch into his point of view later on. So many new fans for Russia, though. Real fun strat. Just think they have so much respect, fear for Norway. I don't think that's the wrong thing. New patch needed for those DM games nearly? Yes, I will cast those with a new patch. So I will switch indeed to the other one and also will use capture rate, obviously. Norway banned Arena? Yeah, I think makes lots of sense against Russia to ban Arena there. Who do you pick between Norway and China? They have to play 2 semifinals before that, my man. I think I will calm myself down. We'll see the strat again later in this tournament. Unlikely. No. You can change the title. Yeah, I don't think I would call them Code Fin. Call them Finland plus the code. Or Suomi plus the code, please. Because Code Fin, no one will know who they are, what they are about. Russia showed such promise in the first game. Oh boy, they did. Do you think the strat would be strong with Vikings longboats? No. I don't think so. Like, you can build maximum of, like, what? 4 docks? 5 docks? You die to Rams, you die to Halberdiers. There's so many other options, yeah. When is the interview? I would assume, like, 2-3 minutes. They just finished the game, obviously. So we will discuss that. Obviously, next weekend, 15 GMT, you want to tune in. Semifinals, best of 7. And the finals, best of 7 as well. Saturday is the semifinals. Sunday, the finals. You have a unit that can only access 5% of the map. Well, for that reason, you should never build a tower. Okay, I know that I'm dropping frames, guys. That is intentional. I'm switching to the other patch at the moment. And then we can have the interview later on. When is the review starting?
and some bragging rights, and then the grand final. All right. Here, Lita, I think I have to give both these players access, and we can ask them some questions.
Okay.
Oh, hi.
Wait. Oh, hi. Talking. That's so rude.
I didn't do that. Hi guys. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
Thanks.
So, how to start off? I'm bad at this. You guys have been here enough to know I'm really bad at this. What were your confidence levels like going in against Russia today?
Good.
Very good.
Okay. Wow, very wordy. Lidacor, ask.
I hate them so much for that.
Oh, that's a great thing. All right, I think we're starting with game number 1. So, what was your feeling when you just saw the civs of the Russians? Did you expect the early pressure and you just played for a long game, or you were like, okay, let's adapt because they're going very aggressive at the beginning?
What map?
Arabia.
It's pretty standard, right?
So, is it standard to have a hold between two houses?
No, that was annoying. I was pretty frustrated
Yeah.
because I knew I was gonna be set back.
Yeah. You fell behind there, man. Viper, you built a castle with one villager. Can you tell us about that? Or tried to?
It was a debate castle to force their army to come to that side.
It's
Ah.
actually true. He said I'm gonna debate him. Then we took a fight.
Whether it was a good idea or not, that's a whole different story.
That's a very different story.
Hey, I'm not saying I don't believe you. It's just kind of funny how you lost control of a very important area after that, but okay. All right.
Well, the plan was that they send their whole army there, and MbL comes in through the center and cuts off all reinforcements, and bam, huge advantage. It didn't happen, but it was a nice plan.
Okay. All right. Well, how do you feel that game goes if Vinchester doesn't have Chinese? Let's say he has Huns or any Paladin civ, really.
Well, their early game wouldn't be as strong as it was, so a lot of things changes.
Fair.
The Chinese eco is strong, so their castle is really good. So
Yeah.
they can make a lot of knights.
So you're
So,
saying
yeah.
Viper would never have to build the debate castle and fail if they didn't have Chinese in the first place?
I don't think he would have to do that if I didn't have the hole. I think the
Fair.
whole game got determined by me having hole, lost 3 villagers, couldn't do both, so
Okay.
I couldn't afford anything. So yeah, that was definitely a tricky game because you also fight against Ethiopian archers.
Yeah.
I think that game 1 was my fault for sure, having the hole.
Ah,
And
first
Won.
I said sorry. Sa unnskyld.
But we won. It wasn't anyone's fault. We won.
Yeah, it's my fault that it went bad.
Poor MbL. They win 3-0. I feel like after we leave, Viper's just going to be yelling at MbL like, you will not do that in the semifinals.
Viper, is it your birthday?
Maybe.
Oh, gratulerer med dagen. Unnskyld.
Oh, we've just been playing 3 games together, and now
He just now
Ah.
knew it was your birthday and he's your teammate?
seems that way.
Oh. Well, happy birthday,
It's
Viper.
fine.
All right. Well,
Oh, thank
anyways,
you.
game 2. I've seen you guys play Team Islands twice now.
Yes.
Is okay, you guys don't want to spoil strategies. Every time
we
we've
do.
seen MbL land, okay, is that a
Mhm.
strategy you feel comfortable with, not altogether, but going forward in the semifinals and finals?
Cannot reveal our secrets, man.
Ah, you just said it was okay. I could ask that question though. All right.
Well, MbL is not. He doesn't like to swim, so
He
we
doesn't
kind of
like
just
to
send him over to the other side and try his best.
Okay. MbL, you
I'm a short distance swimmer
Yeah.
from one island to the other.
so MbL, what do you think made the difference for you guys there? Because they were looking for you, they were waiting for you. Why were you guys able to gain such an advantage with the landing?
Just because Lithuanians and I had very good economy. Like I had 500 food when I crossed,
Yeah.
and I was up pretty early as well, so it was really nice. And Viper was with me there, so yes, it's 2 versus 2 scouts, but also 2 whales. Get my
Well, we also hit Fuelage earlier than both of us.
Yeah.
So we kind of have like guaranteed stable up and everything.
I asked questions, but that's the answer I was looking for because I felt like while they were waiting for you, and even though they were a bit unlucky not finding you, you were both in feudal age faster, which was really helpful.
Correct.
Okay, so game 3, what was the biggest shock of that game for you, Viper?
Well, I mean, when we had been in his base for a couple of minutes and suddenly MbL noticed that he doesn't even have fletching, we kind of had an idea that something weird is going on, but we also thought that maybe something is wrong. I mean, he suddenly started rushing up a blacksmith, right?
Yeah.
But there is a chance that someone just forgets, right? Isn't expecting the pressure, but caravels we did not expect. I do appreciate it though, showing off
We
the
had
Portuguese
a
units. So
we had a good laugh.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I went from wanting Russia to win, so it'd be a more competitive series, to really wanting Russia to win that game for the memes. Do you think that that's something that in some ways might change how teams see the map going forward, or nah?
I don't think it was a meme. I think it was more like the plan. I think beyond Russia there was Caravel securing middle, so we cannot cross, while Vinchester getting into Imperial camos.
Okay.
I think that was the plan, but was pathetic. Sorry, no, not pathetic.
So
Was a bad idea. Sorry,
I know that was a
Oh,
very
God.
weird cough,
Oh,
MbL.
oh my
That
God.
was a
I didn't
very
find the
weird
right
cough.
word. I'm
Yeah, I know.
Norwegian.
He listen, guys. He's
Uh,
sick. He's
which
sick.
got to do with it.
He's sick and he sneezed. All right.
yeah,
moving on.
something's wrong with my microphone.
Yeah.
I think it could be a nice strategy if with, for example, Vikings. But I think
Okay.
what he tried to do too much at once. I think going like 7, 8, 9, 10 crossbows and caravels, it's quite expensive, and unless you actually get complete control.
Yeah.
I mean, they sort of got a little bit of control, but MbL got a free fast castle, so he's equally sick. Yeah, I don't know. It's difficult.
I'm thinking that even just docking a few times and mixing in some demos and post him might be sick on that map. So,
I mean, I could work, but I didn't like it. I didn't like it.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to say it was like. I'm sorry.
it's fine.
bad.
No, I get it. Your
I'm
immediate
Norwegian.
reaction,
I'm very bad English.
MbL,
yes.
I've known you for like 7 years, and you have never struggled with English. Get out of here. But anyways, no, I'm curious to see, especially since you guys are up against Spain in the semifinal. Lidacor, I think, has a question for you.
Yeah, I do. Like, do you think, just for fun, do you think that you might be considering to use this in the future in any means? Like a modified version of the Scarable play or something different?
I think it takes too much focus from the land, so it's expensive, right? It's I don't think so. Land units is the way to go in Valley for sure. And the thing is that those caravels cannot hit economy. They're just there to make sure units don't cross, and
Yeah.
units can still cross if you go on the sides. I don't think it's a good idea, but I'm not sure if they're giving up, memeing, whatever. But I think it would be better if Portuguese went for crossbows and India went for camos as standard play there.
Okay.
I think it only works with Vikings, and only if the water was a little bit wider. I think
It's not big
small.
enough. Yeah.
Yeah, also would help if Dark didn't take so many losses, right? He went into a
Yeah.
very risky strategy after taking losses. Okay, so you don't have to be honest with me on this, and I understand you guys are in the unique position to be able to get away with this, but how much have you guys like been practicing the maps and the drafts and the settings so far?
A lot. Teams should fear us.
Okay. All right. That's pretty much what I expected. All right. So, with that in mind, we know who you're up against, and it will be the toughest task you guys have had to face so far. You look through the brackets, you'll be up against Spain in a best of 7. You know Tato very well, Viper. Thoughts on Spain and the challenge to come?
Well, I think the level, like Vinchester and Dark are both good players. Vinchester probably a little bit better, but I think this time we're gonna go up against two players that are both on the same level as us, I would say, and
Yeah.
they both think out of the box as well. So it will be. We're definitely gonna have to put some more thought into draft and how to play certain maps, I think. But we obviously feel confident pretty much no matter who we face, as long as MbL's hands aren't cold. And Spain, they beat Canada 3-1. They beat Argentina Canada 3-0, Argentina 3-1. So they're definitely going to be a tough task for sure. I think yeah, it can go either way, I think.
Okay. Yeah. I'm really looking forward to that. And then MbL, what do you think about Brazil versus China? The bottom half of the bracket is pretty insane. And if you guys do beat Spain, you would face the winner of that semifinal.
I think China wins convincingly.
Convincingly, like 4-1 convincingly?
Yeah.
Interesting. All right. Viper, do you agree with that assessment?
I think so far, actually, every prediction has gone as I predicted the whole round of 16.
Okay.
Except Germany, Russia. I had to say Germany because I mean it was my teammates, right? But I did predict China to win against Brazil as well in the semifinal. I do still stand by that. Like Yo and Lux are just really good. The combination of the two of them are really good.
Okay. Yeah, 2018, and a lot has changed, but they were very close as well. I think it was 3-2 for China then. So, all right, cool.
Could be. Yeah.
Well,
T90,
yes.
are you happy with the tournament so far?
I was gonna ask you guys the same question. Yeah, I'm very happy with it. I mean, I think the variety of maps is good. We're seeing almost every single map being used.
Team Acropolis.
In some cases, I wouldn't say there's a defined meta. It largely depends, which is what you want. And then the level of the play has also been really high. I don't know about a certain team that may have just played, but other teams are preparing a lot and training a lot. And that's cool to see as well. So,
okay, to be honest, we have trained this week.
oh, well, like, listen, I understand your perspective because of all the teams, I think that you got, you didn't have as tough a task as some of the other teams in the first and second round. That's just how it goes. So
We did train against Vietnam and Brazil.
oh, sick. All right, that's awesome.
MbL don't leak everything, man.
I leak all.
I was simply curious because I've been hearing from.
I don't
other
want you to
teams-
cast and say, "Oh, Norway is unprepared." Blah blah blah. Like we
fair.
just have to, we just have to say it how it is. Like Viper's keeping secrets. I don't care. Like I'm gonna leak it.
Okay.
You want to
But
know
we
the
are-
results?
MbL, just because we train with them doesn't mean we're not that we are prepared. You know,
we are.
we have played like 6, 7 games.
You guys,
We're in the
You guys-
semifinals.
you
man.
guys
We're not
have played.
prepared.
You guys have played less games than Team USA played. We got smacked out of the group.
But we're better than
Yeah,
you.
but you're team Daniel.
Damn it! Why did I bring that up? I should have said any other team that was out of the group. Yeah, that's true. Like I said, I'm not judging you guys for that. I understand it, and I think you guys will certainly take the rest seriously because Spain. Like, would you have said Spain 3-0 Viper against Canada, or would you have said a different result?
I think
didn't
even when I
expect
went, he asked me.
Oh, sorry.
So, I think I even said during my preview that I think Spain would win convincingly. So
Okay.
I'm not honest. I'm not surprised. I think while Canada has really good players on their roster, I still think just the synergy and the whole thought process of the series should be way stronger for Taro and Lan.
Yeah. Okay. And MbL said he was surprised, but then again, MbL, he teammate with Hera, Viper teammate with Tato. So what surprised you about that set, MbL?
I was surprised. What surprised me? I was just surprised by the result.
Yeah,
It
okay.
was 3-0.
All right. Well, that's it. In a week, you guys play the semifinals. We'll have. I mean, either way, I guess you play a best of 7 on the weekend on
Who
Saturday.
plays first?
I don't think that's been decided.
Okay.
So I think that's
Okay.
up to you guys to figure that out with Robo.
If
I mean,
we are
since
in,
China- Wait. Listen. If China,
listen.
if China plays first, that would make sense. Because
Yeah, 'cause
or else
their
it would be
time
too
zone.
late for them.
Yeah, it makes sense for the first games to be Brazil versus China, and then Norway and Spain after the fact. And then, but yeah, we'll figure that out. I don't think that's exactly scheduled just yet. But you'll be playing best of 7 semis. If you win, you'll be playing best of 7 final. If you lose, you'll be playing best of 7 third place match either way. Congratulations for the results so far in the tournament. Happy birthday again to Viper, and I hope you guys have a great week of training.
Can you say gratulerer med dagen?
I
T90?
MbL, why do you have to make it weird?
No, he has to
It's-
say it in Norwegian.
It's already weird though, Viper. So
Yeah, it is.
It's not Viper. You're making it weird. T90, go ahead.
I really don't feel comfortable saying that.
Can you say gratulerer?
No.
I'm
Why
gonna
not?
leave. Thank you guys. See you.
You're welcome.
Bye, T90.
Bye, Viper. Bye, MbL. Thank you.
See you.
All right.